Hey folks, Matthew Cook on the Tactical Dad podcast. I'm your host, and we are going to talk today about tube style red dot scopes or tube style red dot sights, whichever one you want to go with, both the same thing. So, as some of you know, we do sell, I'll be open and transparent right off the bat, we do sell our own tube style red dot scope. Great product, I'll share more about that later. However, I've had some questions from people asking about tube style red dot scope, so I'm just going to cover some basics since, you know, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm still learning this stuff. So let's talk tube style red dot scope. It's a type of optic that's really designed to be mounted on a rifle. It's some shotguns, some pistols, but typically most rifles have some sort of rail, easy to pop them on. It's for typically short to mid-range because there's no magnification, so you're not going to shoot out hundreds of yards usually. So short to medium range, it's going to be something that's just going to help you get on target quicker, help you when you point, aim and shoot. Basically it's just going to help you get on target quicker, sort of low light situations. So quite handy for self-defense. You know, it's quite handy to have on your firearm if you are packing for home defense, self-defense. So they're pretty handy. They're made up of a few components. A red dot, ours, a Reflex Red Dot, is pretty simple in its construction. There's not too much, as are all red dots, not holographics. They're a little more complex, but a tube style Reflex Red Dot, the construction's pretty simple, not too much going on, so hard to mess up. There are a few components, and we'll just run through the components. There's the objective lens. That's the lens at the front of the scope that is responsible for gathering the light and forming the image. There's the ocular lens. This is the lens at the rear of the scope that is responsible for sort of magnifying somewhat the image formed by the objective lens, so only you look through. The reticle is the crosshair or the dot, depending on which you have, because there are some tube style red dots and some other red dots that have a different reticle. So it's the crosshair or the dot, they're like the common ones, that's placed in the center of the scope's field of view. The reticle is used to aim your firearm at the target. That's the whole point, is to use that to point, aim and shoot. There are your adjustment turrets. These are the dials or the knobs on the scope that are used to adjust the point of impact of the firearm. So the turrets can be used to compensate for your windage and your elevation, as well as adjusting the reticle for different ranges. So, you know, you might zero it at 15 yards or 20, whatever it is that you want. You know, it can be adjusted for that distance. Or you've got typically on the side or on the top, you've got your windage and your elevation. So that's where it typically is, and you'll see it on most red dots, especially the tube style red dots. You'll see it right there. Unscrew the cap and adjust with a tool. Then you've got, with most of them, come the mounting system, so used to attach to the actual firearm. Some can just go directly on the rail, some can't. Some you might want it raised an inch or so, which most mounting systems are. Ours is. So you have the option. We include the mount with ours, so you'd have to buy it as an extra. And like most common is screws, because you know it's like solidified. You screw it in there, you get a good nip on it. There are some clamp style ones, some sort of quick release levers. They're getting more popular. I actually really like them. We're going to bring out another model with a quick release lever because they're just so easy to pop on and off, because no one wants to stand there for ages and put the scope on. So depending on, like, I can leave mine on in my rifle bag, but some people can't. So most of the time you have to take it off, put it on, take it off, put it on. So with a quick release lever, it just seems super easy. So we're going to bring out another model for that. But most at the moment are with a mounting system and screws. Then there's the actual tube, which is like the body, the main body of the tube style red dot sight, and it's mostly usually made out of the same material, very durable aluminum, or sometimes other very durable materials. Most are aluminum, and obviously it's cylindrical shape. Vary in sizes, but you'll find them they're not the exact same size, but most of them are around about the same size, pretty close, because they're going on the same type of weapons, right? So they are typically the same size. It's not a massive tube. You tend to see those huge, those really long looking ones are for like long range rifle shooting. A red dot, tube style red dot sight is, like I said at the start, for short to medium range shooting, no magnification. So they're a lot smaller. But yeah, that is really that's overall the components and what entails the tube style red dot sight. It's really useful for shooters that are trying to improve their accuracy and precision when aiming at a target. It's one of those as well where you can have both eyes open. It got a large field of view, can be mounted on like a wide range of firearms. So it's quite popular with like competitive shooting, law enforcement. Although law enforcement tend to use like an open red style, an open style, or a holographic. So these are the red dot. What I'm finding and what I'm learning is that it's utilized more with competitive shooting and hunting, and home defense. So that's all on that. Whoa, 7 minutes. Whoops, a little long. But I'll keep this bit short then. We sell our own very high quality 4 MOA dot rifle scope, 22mm red dot sight. It can go on your pistol, your rifle, your shotgun. We sell the rail with it. Oh, sorry, we sell it with the rail. It's $47.99, so pretty inexpensive. It's made from more. It's actually I sent it back and asked them to make it a little more hard wearing in its construction, so it can take a little bit more of a beating than some of the other ones. 1 times magnification, so no magnification. Anti-fog. All of the, let me go through it. So we got 11 whoops. I'll do this quick. So we got 1 MOA windage and elevation adjustments. We've got the objective lens, nitrogen purged and sealed for waterproof and fog-proof. It's got 11 brightness settings. It's the optical coating is red. The unlimited eye relief, objective lens diameter is 22mm. Magnification is none, 1 time, so 0 to 11 reticle brightness settings. The type is 3 to 4 MOA dot. The color is red. Elevation MOA is 30. Windage MOA is 30. Click values is just 1 MOA. Parallax yards is 20, and the field of view is 10.7 at 100 meters. So it's in terms of its specification, it's on par with it's right there with what you would see red dot sights selling for like $100, anywhere from like $80 to $120, $130. Quality, it's got the specifications. It meets all of the required specifications that you would want and need for that type. It's simple in its design, simple in its look, and it's $47.99. So it's good. Go ahead and check it out. It's getting great reviews, stellar reviews. People are saying that it's everything you need and you would want for that type of product, and you'll save yourself a bunch of money. So very good. That's all from me. Enjoy. Thanks for joining me. I will speak to you next time.